Hello, my tubers. We're back for some more drafting of Baldur's Gate here on Arena. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll jump right into our pack where we've opened the Ascend from Avernus, one of my favorite cards of this format. So much value. And I've even splashed it in like weird decks before. I don't remember if it was like a red-black deck where I splashed Ascend from Avernus, but the card is certainly that powerful. Yeah, not much to say about it. Usually you want to cast this for what, 3-ish at least? But if you can get into the late game with it and then start getting back, you know, all of your fatties as well. Just what a very powerful card this is. Great pack though. We have a Rasad, Monk of Saloon. There's a Hunting Party, Blessed Hippogriff, Myconid, Lenorm. Couple okay black cards. Only downside about taking Ascend from Avernus here is that we're passing, I guess, 2 really good white cards in addition, but I'm not going to pass this card. Pick one, pack one. It is just that good. So a couple different ways we could go about trying to make this the best. I do like splashing it in like the treasure deck. I think that's a lot of value. But ideally, you're just drafting all the good white cards anyways. You know, Priest of Ancient Lores and other cards with Enter the Battlefield effects. I think I've had most success with like green-white Ascend from Avernus, as you get things like the Owlbear, the Giant that gains you 3 life, that type of thing. But we'll see. Second pick, we have either the Sword Coast Serpent, definitely a solid uncommon, or the Pilgrim's Eye. Pilgrim's Eye is really nice with the Ascend, so I could just take that if we wanted to, and it keeps us open as well. I think I like maximizing the Ascend, so I'm going to do that here instead. There's an Owlbear if we want it to. Navigation Orb is okay for ramping. Gate to the Citadel is pretty good. Bunch of playable white cards here if we want to. Kind of like taking Owlbear. But maybe it's better just to take here something on watch and try to cut off white. Board Robber makes treasure. There's another Young Red Dragon. I don't know what it is about Owlbear, I just like it so much. 5 mana 4/4 trample that draws a card when it enters the battlefield is so clutch. Yeah, let's do that. Green also has a lot of good ramp as well, like that Underseller Myconid that we might end up taking here. Draconic Muralist, rather, is also a really, really good uncommon. You don't need too many dragons in your deck just to make this a really solid 4-drop. Especially if you can grab like Lenorms or whatnot, or even if you're just grabbing one of those random like 2 mana dorks. I don't remember what they're called, but Containment here, Ranger Squadron. I'm going to go with the Underseller. I think it's just a better card overall. Into perhaps a Band Together looks pretty juicy. These are 3 white cards I don't really care for. The Confronted by Robbers probably the best among them. Prowler's good here, Captain's good here. Let's just take the green removal. Into Pilgrim's Eye now. It's good. Could be that Grave Choice is the best card in this pack, but again, we're trying to maximize our Avernus here, so Pilgrim's Eye is definitely nice. Also allows for some more splashing. Wow, Draconic 7th pick now is a huge sign. So yeah, green is just flowing. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. As we get an 8th pick, perhaps. I think the Air Cult Elemental is the best card here. Archery is a really solid trick, but I don't think that's the route that we're going with this deck. I'm going to go ahead and take the Elemental. We have a Myconid and 2 Pilgrim's Eyes already, so there's a chance I end up in some funky multicolor deck. Especially if we can get, especially if we can get some more fixing after this. So Null Hunting Party Wield. It's the best card here. I guess I could take like Contact Another Plane, but maybe if red is like really open, we should probably just consider moving into that instead. We'll see. Gate to Sea Tower, Contact Other Plane, lands. Nice pickup as always. Cleric is surprisingly decent. I'm not going to call it good, but it's super versatile. There are plenty of good enchantments you want to kill in this format. It can bolster your life total, and it's a okay card to get back with Ascend. That kind of sounds like me trying to make a case for a bad card, but I like this start. We did pass 1 Lenorm, but As long as we can get at least 1 or 2 dragon targets for the muralists, we should be okay. Double Pilgrim's Eye already as well. This is a pretty juicy start. I imagine red and black have the majority of the treasure producers, right? Probably not going to be able to treasure produce super easily here. Pretty late Shambling Ghast. I don't like the Clever Conjurer. There's a world where we do end up playing some amount of black. I mean, we're only really locked into green cards anyways, so... could still be playing any of the other 4 colors with green. Scouting Hawk on the wheel. Yeah, I just don't think this card is any good. Yeah, it's just too expensive. If this was 2 mana, it would probably be great, but for some reason at 3 mana, it just seems so garbage. Alright. Pack number 2. What do we get? A lot of good options. Nothing like standout bomby. We've had a lot of Altar of Bales in the last couple of days of these YouTube videos. I'm looking at Prism, I'm looking at Sewer Plague, I'm looking at Walrus, I'm looking at Hear Something on Watch. Safe picks are going to be Prism and Walrus. I guess Walrus helps the Ascend from Avernus in multiple ways. And it's also a creature that has an ETB ability. I'm guessing I'm probably supposed to take a removal spell, though. Because we already have okay fixing. So either taking the Hear Something and Watch or the Sewer Plague seems right. I'll go with the Plague here. It's a better removal spell, and it's still splashable, if nothing else. Draconic Lore. We got past a Corlessa. We could take that, too. Maybe more akin to like a blue-green dragons deck. That would give us 2 dragons. There is a Blessed Hippogriff here as well, if we wanted to continue taking good white cards. That's probably fine, too. Corlessa seems good, but, I mean, realistically, how many dragons do you get in this format? Even if you drafted, like, a hardcore blue-green dragons deck, I can't imagine you getting more than, like, what, 6 or 7? We'll take the Hippogriff here. Well, we got punished by getting past another Muralists. Also a Saravok, which after taking Sewer Plague, Saravok becomes really, really nice. But the Muralist is just too good. And that gives us a second dragon, regardless what we end up getting on later. Iconia is amazing. There's another Owlbear, another Prism, Pilgrim's Eye, Summon Undead. What a pack. Yeah, I think Viconia is just way too good of a 2-drop. This card has won me so many games. Baseline 2 mana 2/3 that can exile a card from a graveyard is good enough, and the Specialize is just all upside, so I think that's a pretty easy slam dunk. Looks like the white might not end up being played, and red almost certainly not being played. We'll see what pack 3 does, though. I'm expecting to see a lot of green again in probably pack 3 and maybe even some white. Oops. Yeah, if we end up with enough treasure production in black, there's still a world where we can end up splashing the Ascend or just going like straight up 3-color. Abzan nonsense. Wouldn't call that a great strategy, but it is a strategy. Unicorn, Hear Something on Watch, Ghoul, Lantern of Revealing. Probably just want more removal here, even though it's bad removal. Take the Hear Something. That seems right. Okay. Follow the tracks, choose your weapon, both fine. I mean, a lot of okay blue cards going around, but didn't seem like that was the place to be. A lot of flyers in this format, so choose your weapon has been really good for me. Maybe I'm supposed to take the follow the tracks here for whatever this deck is trying to do. I mean, we already have 2 Pilgrim's Eye. It's not like we need that. Yeah, I'll take the choose your weapon. It's pretty versatile. Unicorn. No. How many freaking Kenku Artificers have we seen? A lot. Don't think we want Spike Pit Trap, do we? It's kind of bad removal. I guess there's a world where we play Unicorn. Ettercap's also very good. Similar to why Choose Your Weapon is good. Lots of flyers in the format, and it has some good utility later on as a 2/5. Deadly Dispute, Grim Wanderer on the wheel too. Let's go with the Dispute here. It makes treasure, it draws cards. We have like 2 Pilgrim's Eyes that we want to sack off anyways. Garbage. Book Horror could be okay. So could the Behold. I guess I'll take the Baleful Beholder. A random top end card. Summon Undead, also fine here. Bard's playable, but not amazing by any means. Ooh, John Irenicus the Exile is our rare here, opened in pack 3. Pretty easy splash if we want it to. Another Myconid, another Band Together. This card is, I mean, 5 toughness for 4 mana is really hard to kill. And this just turns into a good card advantage engine, so pretty easy pickup here. I mean, it looks like we're going to just be leaning towards green-black. Sad that this Send's probably not going to make the cut, but what can you do? Another Owlbear, another Sewer Plague, more ghouls. Can't go wrong with more removal, right? Right now we have Plague, Band Together, Choose Your Weapon, and like an Ettercap, kind of. So yeah, I think taking another Plague here makes sense over just another random 2. Prism versus Deadly Dispute number 2. Seems like an easy Prism. Good. Well, you all know my feelings about Stroke of Luck. So clearly we're going to be taking that here. 18 creatures right now. Yeah, Circle of Land Druid not doing much. Mind Spike's okay as well, but I think I like Stroke. There. Man, this is the first one of these Hill Giant Herd Gorgers we've seen, and oh boy, howdy did I want to get a couple of those. Nice pickup. We didn't get any Lenorms. We only saw 1 Lenorm in the draft, and that was in pack 1. I doubt we're going to get lucky enough to see any at this point, but at least Herd Gorger's pretty good. Oh, we can splash Krydle as well. Krydle's another really solid splash, since we're already planning on playing a little bit of blue. That really helps my fat creatures like the Herd Gorger we just picked up, or even the Baleful Beholder, right? Making them unblockable. Solid. Any other blue cards in my sideboard we'd want to play? Doesn't look like it. Knoll Hunter for a 2-drop. Yeah, that looks good. Follow the Tracks would be fine. Don't really need the Archer anymore. We'll take the 2. And last few pickups here don't look like they're gonna matter. I mean, I guess we can play the Sylvan Shepherd over the Hook Horror. Both are kind of whatever anyways. Is there something we can wheel that would be good? This is okay on the splash. Maybe just take the Mind Rot. I guess we'll try splashing the Val. It doesn't seem terrible. Does Ghoul make the cut here? I don't think so. It's just a random 2. And then a bunch of blue cards to round things out. Blur good? Probably not. Yeah, man, these Draconics, I really needed to get 1 Lenorm. We didn't see too many good dragons in this draft, you know? Just having like a random black dragon would have been really useful as well. Yeah, our dragon count is just a double muralist. But I guess, as long as I don't have both of them already, you know, if one dies and it gets to tutor another, that's not a bad thing. 4 mana 4/3 that draws another 4/3 when it dies is respectable. Would love to splash, but sadly that wasn't meant to be. I mean, I could have taken a bunch of other white cards earlier during the draft. And we probably could have had a better white deck, but ended up going like this, and I think it's fine. So we'll run Gate to the Sea Tower and 1 island. Should be okay with double Pilgrim's Eye and a Prophetic Prism. And go like 7 and 8 in favor of... The black is earlier than the green, but the green has more double. Either way, we're going to have at least 7 of these. Yeah, I guess we'll just go heavier black for the early game plays. Okay, this deck looks solid. It doesn't look like anything special, but just has a lot of decent card advantage, some okay creature quality, okay removal, so... I could see this getting 3 wins, I could see this getting 7. We will just have to play the cards and... hope that things work out. Good looking hand. On the draw here with a Prism into Plague into John Irenicus. Red-white, no plays on turn 1 or 2 is really nice. So they're not going to have a super aggro start, even though they are probably playing the aggro colors. Not going to bother Sewer Plaguing the Priest. Although I would have done it to the Beetles if they had. I will Sewer Plague the Priest if they follow up with a Stewart to flicker it. But I don't really want to be doing it on that. Alright, that's a good target instead, absolutely. Get that thing off the board. Alright, milled some decent ones. Another Priest, a Humiliation, and a Golem. I'm gonna need to find a green source to play the Owlbear next turn, but even if we don't, we have the Draconic we can play out. And there are some ways that white-red could deal with the John, but not a ton. Funny, they get to see my 2 green creatures in my hand and then a bunch of swamps. We've gotten pretty unlucky with the land draws, but so be it. That's 6 of my, what, 8? 6 of my 8 swamps. At least all these swamps make Viconia an easy play to discard. As they are attacking into John. I'm okay just to take it. It's only 5 damage for now. Next turn we can play Viconia and hold up Band together. Alright, well there's another forest. Alright, I'm just gonna pass here. Play defensively, get the value from John. Gut. Okay. So we're gonna try to punch Viconia. We will punch Gut in response. And now we get to take their Gut. Be good. I can't play out the Gut though if I take it this turn, but oh, okay. I guess they're just gonna scoop to my extreme value. Nice, nice, nice. I mean, yeah, we had Viconia. We could steal a creature immediately, make sure they can't kill in response. We had the John Irenicus popping off. Our board was just bigger than theirs, so... can kind of understand them scooping at 21 life. Like, they're probably less than 1% to win, you know? Oh, they knew I had the owlbear in my hands. So they knew a 4/4 trampler was probably getting online as well. Yeah. 1-0. Going to game 2. We are on the play. All right, hand looks okay. We don't have a third land yet, but presumably Stroke of Luck should find at least one land. And if it doesn't, then that's just extremely unlucky, right? That would have to be a very poor variance for me to not find a third land with Stroke of Luck next turn. Yeah, because we can potentially draw like 2 forests here if we hit, so... Darn. Did not hit 2. Because remember, if we had hit 2 of the same card, we'd be able to draw them both. But did find a forest, so no complaints. Let's just get the looter online to help us find some lands, given that we have nothing but fat. Sylvan Shepherd, okay. I was gonna say, I'd be surprised if they didn't want to trade. I guess let's loot first to maximize our chances of drawing another land. And then play out Pilgrim's Eye and grab another forest. We do need double black eventually, but we need double green sooner. Taking a bit of damage here. So hopefully we just draw a land this turn so I don't need to main phase the Val. I don't know. This is a position where I could fall too far behind. I did. Good. Nice. Alright. This is 4 to specialize? This is 5 to specialize? Sheesh. What's the green one do? Seek 2 creature cards with mana value less than or equal to the number of summon. Put one of them on the battlefield and shuffle the other. It is a very expensive specialize. But I guess if we can get it off for 3 or more, it's going to be worth it. Alright, they're just going to play out a fat flyer. That's fine. Now, I think what we're going to do is... Yeah, I guess we'll band together the flyer. And just attack for 1 and pass. Band together can kill a larger creature more immediately, but Sewer Plague can probably deal with more long-term problems. Got him. Okay, let's... Yeah, we'll kill the Knoll Hunter here. I don't really care about them gaining life. Sure. So no blocks. Go 9. They only have 1 card left in their hand. That's annoying. Oh, that's kind of annoying. What's the black version of this do? Put target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number, so you can remove this from your graveyard. Okay, so I can do it for 4? Yeah, I see no problem with just attacking with Owlbear here and playing out our Herd Gorger, though. We'll hold the land in our hand to discard the Val. Yep, as expected, they're just going to give their other creatures flying. They might even give the Walrus flying and attack for 4 in the air. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Oh, maybe they didn't... I don't think they meant to attack with their dragon, because my Pilgrim's Eye gets to trade with it now. That was probably the card that was saving them here. It's good. Yeah, I think we're just going to smash in with our fatties and then play out like the Eye and the Myconid. Seems better to me. Just in case we want to do the black side of Val, I'm going to keep the Swamp in my hand. Alright, yeah. And we just ground them out with huge value. That's what this deck is, just trying to grind value with decent cards. Nothing hugely splashy or special, right? No crazy rares. I mean, John's very good, but yeah, just solid cards. Nothing like, bam, gotcha, you know? No Lizelles, no whatever those witches are called, no. Yeah. Etc., etc. On to game 3. How we looking? Okay. It's a little bit slow. An aggro curve out's probably going to beat us. But if we don't get 2 ran over in the beginning, turn 3 Pilgrim Eye, turn 4 John looks pretty nice. Okay, this looks like similar to our previous opponent. But with a little bit of white, huh? That's fine, at least. Oh! Lots of colors. Very, very strange. Null Hunter in a 4-color deck is a little more suspect. So they're probably playing, like green, blue, splashing white, red, or something like that. Green has to be one of their main colors, is what I'm saying, yeah. It's fine. Get out the Irenicus. And what did we mill? Alright. Ettercap, OG, Pilgrim's Eye number 2, Juvenile. So it looks like, yeah, they're 4 or 5 color good stuff, with baseline being green. Sure. I don't know if I have a way to kill enchantments, do I? If we have a way to kill enchantments, it might be best to not play out the Draconic. But I guess this is a fat 7/6. Good news is, by sacking the John, we can get it back with Summon Undead as well. Okay, and that happened. Yeah, we're probably dead now. Giant not having trample is basically the end of us. We don't have like a meteor golem to hit with this. We don't actually want to mill because our best hit is right there, the John. I mean, obviously I should be attacking it first, but they're just going to chump with their 1/1, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, maybe they are going to block with Boo and Null Hunter? I guess that's good too. I kind of conceded as soon as they played the Minsk and Boo. Yep. So blue-green, splash, splash. Just as we expected. I don't have the luxury of trying to play around anything, so we'll just block the Null Hunter and probably concede to a Lenorm or whatever they have. Okay. That wasn't as bad, but they can fling the Boo and draw 5 cards, so... Yeah. I mean, that's just way too much card advantage. Alright, I'm good to scoop here. We can't beat that. That was one of the cards I was talking about. Remember when I said our deck was just good cards and nothing special? Yeah, we needed one of those special cards. Game 4. Another decent looking hand. Oh, wait, I thought this was John Irenicus at first. I mean, this is still fine to keep. Would be better if this is John, so that we would get the big booty plus card draw active, but definitely don't mulligan this type of hand. And that Sewer Plague definitely made it a bunch better. Oh, man, that was a terrible land play, by the way. I was 100% supposed to play out Island first. Because if I drew a Swamp, I would have been able to play out Krydle. Just wasn't thinking there. Autopiloted. Good news for us is that the opponent did not have a follow-up play on turn 3. If they had, we might have been under way too much pressure. I'm okay to trade here if they attack. Yeah, for sure. We don't need Krydle, it's just for value. It's a 4-3. Go ahead and just plague that up so it dies on their turn. Keep the board clear. Sure. That was a good draw. Alright, let's try to draw like double Draconic or something, or double Owlbear. Do I have 2 Owlbears in this deck? Viconia, that's the best of those. And then... go like this. I don't mind taking a hit from 3. Yep. Board Robber, we also do not care about that. Ghoul, that is not that big of a problem. Alright, they're just playing a bunch of kind of junkers. Activate Viconia? We could. On green. And get a fat Stalwart. Or a fat Krydle, actually. Let's get a fat Krydle here. Kind of dig that. Auto Tapper looks a little bit wonky, but we have the Prophetic Prism, so that's okay. Very nice. And now their board looks horrendous. Yeah, absolutely. So let's play out the Pilgrim's Eye. Grab a Forest. Attack with Krydle. Get the trigger, so this is effectively 4 damage. We gain a life, we get a Scry. And we do want to play out a land so that we can hold up Viconia to eat their graveyard if they have any graveyard shenanigans. Yeah, I mean... in the land where nobody has bombs, our value deck is pretty solid, so that's good. It's when somebody does play a bomb that we're gonna have a bad time. But if we can play against decks that have similar power level to us, then it should be okay. Game number 5. On the play. Looks good. Enough. If we can just draw a few lands in a row to curve out, go like Null Hunter into Val into Muralists, that'd be nice. Although I guess I would need to specifically draw an island here next turn for that. Ooh, the War Color. Viconia is decent too. If they're red-blue aggro, they're gonna have a bunch of dragons, right? Yeah, probably Teamer dragons, I guess. So we want to draw like untap land next turn into Sewer Plagues, and that would allow us to keep the big pressure up, I guess. I guess, he says. What's your plan here? Mike and it's good. Uh-huh. That's kind of a land. Whoa. Did not expect this block, but I'm pretty happy with it. What? Okay. Huh. What does that mean? They don't have any removal in their hand? They're scared of that Null Hunter getting up to a 3/3? That felt very strange. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. Excuse me. Okay. Sure. Very strange indeed. Blue, let's see. Choose up to one target creature card and up to one target instant or sorcery card. So the blue side doesn't matter. The green side, we could make a fatty. I feel like I'm just gonna attack with both and then play out the Prism and Val. That's good. We don't really want to discard a card yet since we want to get to 6 mana for the Giant. So improvised weaponry, maybe? Is that what they have from last turn by attacking the Myconid into my Viconia? Pass. Alright, well, let's loot. The gate's good, but we want the untapped land so that we can Giant this turn. I can't attack with Pilgrim's Eye, otherwise they can give the Myconid flying on board. Alright, that's fine. Well, here's 7 mana, so if they have some fat dragon, here it comes. That is a fat dragon indeed. And we are going to eat that up. Because we have the muralists in our hand, so... Very good. What you got, friend? I don't think I have any adventures in my deck, do I? Oh wait, I do. I have Eder Cap. I'm gonna block if they attack. Alright, let's do it. They might just be trying to get the Archer's Mastery, or whatever that card is, out of their hand. And then playing a creature after it. Oh, they just had Lenormand. I guess that makes sense. I don't know. Is that better than them just playing out the Lenormand, I wonder? Hard to say. Let's smack for 3 again. I guess I should be looting main phase before attacking. What's it gonna be? Okay, no blocks. Go ahead and loot, see if we find something better to do. Yep, we don't need the Ghast. Would rather keep the Stroke of Luck to dig for another removal spell. Sure. Okay, Well, that Lenormand is going to be a problem. Oh, that's right, it has haste. I didn't even notice at first, right. Shoot. It got haste because they, crap, they Kobold War-Colored that one, so I'm dead next... Oh, I am no longer dead next turn. Let's attack for 3. Okay. I guess I loot trying to find a land. And then we can go... Muralists, land, pass. They're gonna go for flying on the Lenormand, and then we're going to choose your weapon on the Pseudo-Dragon. Right. Interesting. Well, I think if they let me block, I do block the Lenormand. 3. Damn, they have another play. So let's see. I can Val for 5 and a green. Guess that's what we do. Maybe find like owlbear or something. Oh, the Ettercap's not bad. And that means when our Muralists blocks their Lenorm, go block, block, take 2. Yeah, I think we're supposed to attack here for sure. We're not dead on board, but if they top deck something, we lose. I'm fine with that. Alright, and they top decked. Good beats. So the only thing I could have done differently there was to main phase kill their flyer that gave another creature flying. And that way I would for sure get a block off on their Lenorm. But I liked making them invest 3 mana there, because they did have the gate on the battlefield, so I think my play was sound. They needed to top deck something to kill me, they did. If they didn't top deck something, we were actually doing pretty well, I think. They'd be able to specialize their 2/3 or whatever, but that's not super relevant, right? So the 4/3 Muralist would block the Lenorm. The Ettercap would block anything. If the Muralist dies, I get to go tutor for the other Muralist, which blocks the Lenorm on the following turn, so good stuff. Good stuff. Very slow hand. Stroke of luck into double Sewer Plague? That's the plan. I will keep this on the draw. And once again, we are hoping we do not run into an aggro matchup where our opponent just curves out, so yeah. This is so slow, though. I mean, I guess our best hit is just going to be Myconid, right? Turn 3 Myconid for 2 blockers, and then let's just play Owlbear and Giant a turn earlier. We get to get a couple looks at it. Okay, whew. If that was the creature that gave haste, the Kobold Warcaller, we were dead. Trap Finder is fine. Well, now we drew Val, so I think it makes sense to play the Prism out. So that means we do have a turn 3 play as well. Good draw. It's not like the odds of us hitting the Myconid were all that great anyways. Valor Singer. That is a fine Sewer Plague target. Ooh, see, that's what I wish I had next turn. Little Druid of the Emerald Grove here. Two mountains. Could mean they have something like a Battle Cry Goblin in their hand, and they just want to maximize red sources. There are like a pseudo Fire Breathers in the format as well, right? The 1/3 double team, and then like the 2/4. Well, that ain't great, because we are a turn behind now since they had the frickin' Druid. Yeah, we're gonna lose to them having just like any removal, basically. I mean, if we draw another land... Okay, that's annoying. So I'm gonna take 7 here. Although... Wait, what? Oh, they can't attack with their giant anymore, then. I thought for sure Gut was gonna kill my Val. Huh. Maybe they did a minor oopsie there. Yeah, they must have done a minor oopsie. Alright, we'll take the only 3. John Irenicus. Okay. I'm gonna go with this play. I'm gonna play out the Null Hunter and pass. Assume they're gonna activate Gut. I'm gonna go for the excuse me, the greedy play here. Because if they go for Gut activation, we can band together, kill the Gut, stop them from gutting the Owlbear. And I think that can allow us to get back in the game. Then we get to play our own Hill Giant, which can trade with theirs, and then summon it back, all the while gaining 3 life each time. This also has high blowout potential, though, in reverse, but luckily they did go for it. Perfect. Alright, so if this works out, we're in decent shape. Yep, conversely, if they have a removal spell, we get completely wrecked and we just lose the game, so... I don't mind my play. And it looks like they had Dragonfire anyways, so we weren't going to be in great shape, but... Turns out playing the Hill Giant would have been slightly better. They would still specialize there, and they would get the 4/4 Owlbear for a turn with haste, right? So we're still probably losing, but... I went for the greedy play, they just had a removal spell in response. Okay, we did get to 3 wins. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this got to 3, I wouldn't be surprised if this got to 7. Didn't have any, like, super bomby cards. Again, it was just kind of, like, Sultai good stuff. Nothing special about it, but completely reasonable. Sad we didn't get to play the Avernus, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Good news, we have Cube coming up at the end of this week. Today is April 9th, or sorry, August 9th, as of this recording. Cube comes out on the 12th, I believe, and then only 1 more month away before we get the new set. I think it's Dominaria, no, not Dominaria. Brothers War? No, what is coming out? Something's coming out in September, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Until then, we'll keep doing the daily videos, and we'll see you back next time. Peace out.